I'll give it a try. Great, thanks for your time. When Coach told you to get ready to play a little two this year, what did that mean for you in terms of your preparation?
Yeah, I was excited. I think, I played a lot of three last year, which is my, comfort zone, but playing the two is very similar. I think the only difference for me is guarding a little bit quicker players. Guarding the twos in this league is a little bit different than guarding the threes. So continuing to get stronger, quicker, faster to be able to get around screens and, be able to guard the quick shooters in our league. And then being able to handle the ball, coming off more ball screens, and just handling a little bit more than I did last year.
What did it mean in terms of your conditioning? Did you try to get lighter? I mean, when you say try to get quicker and faster, what did that mean as far as like off-season workouts?
Yeah, a lot of agility work, continuing to get my body in a good place and ready for the season. I think last year I took a step forward in that aspect, and I just wanted to continue that heading into this season. And again, I think a lot of it just comes down to, being prepared as physically as best as possible, and then that can translate on the court.
Jace, go ahead.
Hey, Bridget, you really proved you belong at this level in playing in a WNBA rotation last year. So what's your mindset maybe heading into year two now, having done that last season?
Yeah, definitely a little bit more confidence this year for sure. I think, last year my mindset was to prove to myself that I belong to play in the WNBA and prove to the people around me that I deserve to be there. And now that I've kind of, solidified my spot, I want to, continue to work hard and, make an impact on this team and help us win. But yeah, the confidence, comparing where I was last year mentally at this time to this year, it's a huge difference.
And obviously playing a different position, how else do you see maybe your role changing given the way the roster changed over the offseason, just in terms of what you'll be asked to do on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be pretty similar. Again, taking shots when I'm open, being aggressive, being a solid defender who's, willing to do whatever I can to help our team get the win. The little things, I think that's what I pride myself in, is doing the little things that might not always show up on a stat sheet, getting after rebounds, defending whoever I need to defend to get a stop, things like that, and being versatile. I think that's one of my strengths as a big guard. So again, playing the two or three, I think it's pretty interchangeable.
Cody, go ahead.
You've played with Natalie for a while now on the Canadian national team. What excites you about her joining this team, whether it's on the court or off the court?
Yeah, and that's awesome. We've played together since 2017 on the senior national team, and just the leadership she brings, and her basketball IQ is just off the charts. So anytime you can bring someone like that onto a team, onto a roster, it immediately has an impact and helps us so much. And just her mind and her leadership abilities has been already so impactful only 3 days in.
Michelle Lopel, go ahead.
Yeah, Bridget, I was wondering if you have talked to Ashley Jones at all about how to get ready to be in the WNBA. Obviously, you guys had somewhat similar paths at Iowa State in terms of the role you played. And I wonder if she's reached out to you at all. I know maybe she's still thinking a lot about her Iowa State career, but going into her senior year, have you guys chatted about that at all?
We haven't. I know she's definitely still focused on, what she's doing at Iowa State in her collegiate career. I've spoke to the assistant coach at Iowa State lots about, the transition from college to the pros. And I think she's kind of, passing that information along. But I haven't spoken directly to Ashley about it, but it's been fun watching her have so much success at the collegiate level.
Thank you.
Leo, go ahead.
Hey, Bridget. So Coach Reed was talking about how, she held some players out today from practice because, trying to get, in game shape, and with the game coming up on Saturday. Where do you feel like you are in that process? Do you feel like, you're, game ready to go right now? Or do you feel like, you need a couple more, days, or I guess maybe even weeks to get up to where you want to be?
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't overseas. I was overseas in November and December, but was just training at home all of 2021. And I think, I always say basketball, you can't really get into basketball shape without playing basketball. So I think it'll take a couple, practices to get back into it. But I feel good physically. I feel like I'm where I need to be at this point in training camp. And hopefully, on Saturday when it's actually game time, I'll be in a good place. But I think overall I feel really, really good and in a good place.
Kent, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach talked yesterday a bit about the energy that Ariel brings basically to everything she kind of gets close to. And, in her interview, you could almost feel it coming off the screen. As a teammate, have you noticed the impact that her kind of attitude and energy can bring?
Yeah, absolutely. I think like anytime AP walks into a room, she's saying something, bringing the energy, and that's what you love to have in a teammate, someone on the roster that's always bringing positive energy. It's just fun to be around, and brings energy to everyone, lightens everyone up, makes everyone else want to work harder, and get that defensive stop, get on the glass, do those little things that create energy. But yeah, super fun, great teammate, super fun to be around and be on the court with.
Any other questions
you.
for Bridget?